But now let's have a quick look at Dimaga versus Dragon here. Game number 1 is Star Station. And let's see if Dimaga is able to defend his title or if Dragon will be the new reigning champion. I'm actually not sure where the camera is pointing right now.
Not sure, man. I'm
We're on camera, just dead silent, nothing happens. We're like, oops. Okay, so game loaded. One of the observers is a little bit slow here.
Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
Finally in it. And of course, Dragon to the bottom right in blue for Millennium, and MTW's Dimaga to the top left. We are cross spawns on Star Station.
Yep, so we have our Zerg versus Terran, and are gonna find out who is going to take the title, if Dimaga will be able to defend the title. He has won several times right now at the IronSquid King of the Hill, or if Dragon will be the new reigning champion in the Zerg versus Terran. It's of course gonna be a best of 3. Star Station only being the first map here.
Yeah. And so that question I was gonna ask you, in America, you have this certain text message, 500 or 1,000 or unlimited, perhaps, depending on how much you buy. This is for regular text, not like WhatsApp or Kakao Talk or anything like that. And then if you text someone internationally, though, you have to pay some sort of rate, like 15 cents to 50 cents, depending on your provider. I think it's a little bit cheaper than it used to be, but it used to be really expensive to text internationally. I would text some of my Canadian friends or European friends, it would cost so much money. My parents get really mad, and they used to pay for my phone. But in Europe, do you have like a plan like this where you have such and such a number of text messages, but if you live in Germany and you text someone like in Austria, do you have to pay more money?
Yeah.
Wow, that seems like if you have a lot of international friends in Europe, you might have to pay a lot of money to text them.
Well, I just use Kakao.
Yeah, I guess.
Or
what's? Yeah, I guess that's probably what most people do these days.
Actually, I never ever use normal text messaging anymore.
Not same here, unless one of my friends that I'm texting just like broke their smartphone and had to use a non-smartphone, or if they're out of data, which happens from time to time, because they don't have unlimited data. But who doesn't have unlimited data these days? I gotta get my friends to just be like, listen, it's $5 more a month to get that unlimited data plan. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you trying to use such and such megabytes a month when all you want to do is surf Naver?
Why are you punishing yourself? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm like, listen, if it's really that big of a deal, I'll give you $5 a month. Like, do you really need? Listen. I don't want to text you on regular text messages, because eventually we're gonna text a lot, and then it's gonna cost me $5 anyways. So.
Well, currently what we have is expansion, and of course the pool for Dimaga. Dragon on the other hand with the barracks right into the expand. Yeah. And I'm actually pretty excited to see what Dragon is going to do here. If you're rank 1 Grandmaster in Heart of the Swarm, yeah, we talked about it. There are not too many people playing the beta on a regular basis right now, so it's not that much of an accomplishment, but still, it's something that you can be proud of and that you have to kind of live up to.
Yeah, you certainly do. He's got a title to defend basically here. And like you said, Dimaga has been playing a decent amount of Heart of the Storm. He's the current King of the Hill champion for this show match series, but he plays a lot of Wings of Liberty as well. He does not play as many games as Dragon. I mean, you can literally see Dragon's profile at the top of Grandmaster. He plays so much, and he's got the highest win rate so far. He's actually going for a fast 3rd command center here, so none of these tech-oriented builds I thought we might see, like fast Widow Mines pressure with that, or potentially Reaper play. He's just going to play a very Wings of Liberty macro-oriented style.
Double command center right into double gas, so that he can kick off his tech a bit faster, get that factory out, and get his tech going. On the other hand, Dimaga, with the scout positions that we have, finally now knows where his opponent starts, and he's just playing it really safe without any gas at all, just going for the extra queens here.
Yep. Now taking the double extractor.
4 queens in total, 2 of them already out on the map using the injects here, and on the other hand 2 additional ones being built as we speak.
Yep, and it's gonna be tough for him to find out about that 3rd command center. He's got an overlord to the right side of the map coming down. One of it does spot the natural. That overlord that just got shown on screen is the one that may eventually come into that base to see the command center. It's gonna take a little bit longer for him to arrive. But once he sees that, he may decide to rapidly expand himself, or potentially put on the aggression with those gases that he took. He may go for fast mutas, but in Heart of the Storm, I'd more rather see him go for fast infestors potentially, and then start taking up getting swarm hosts out potentially, or those very awesome Viper units.
Dimaga was one of the players who really loved Swarm hosts when they were first introduced to the game. He played with those for a long time and had a couple of builds that he really loved. Well, we have him with the lair tech now, and he still is on 2 gas, so he didn't take gas number 3 and number 4 in his main base, which limits his options, of course, a bit, but for now he doesn't even get the circling speed. He only wants to get, there it is, only wants to get the tech out as fast as possible. Even if 5th queen is now coming up without having the 3rd base yet.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, Dragon, of course, already with the 3 orbitals, so he has the extra mule, has the triple SCV production, has his tech now ready, and starts to begin to go a bit towards aggression. He wants to have the Hellions out for the map control, goes into the starport, that allows him later to also get some Banshees if he wants to.
Yeah. Check out that new Creep Tumor animation, by the way. It looks pretty cool. If you haven't seen that yet.
Pretty awesome.
I really like it. And something that we're about to see is what lair tech Dimaga will choose. You see his 1/1 upgrades. His lair is just now finishing, so we're going to see a tech choice in just a second. Meanwhile, like you said, the Hellions are starting to come out on the map. We see the eBay is a little bit behind for Dragons, so he is going to be a little bit behind in upgrades initially here at least. And wow, he's going straight for the Caduceus reactor upgrade, which in this particular patch does so much more.
Yeah. So usually when you see a Caduceus upgrade on the production tab, you can kind of see that one player tries to fake a cloak build. But I would not be surprised if we see the upgrade finish if he doesn't cancel it. It's so much more helpful in Heart of the Swarm than it is in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, and what's cool about it is, you know, your opponent, if he does scout, isn't sure if you're going for a cloak or not. And that's the tough part about Caduceus Reactor and Heart of the Swarm so far, is that it's hard to know if you're going to really want that early on, because you have to have a tech lab to do it. Normally you want to get your reactor up first and then get as many medevacs out as possible, but now it may be better to start with that tech lab, get that important upgrade out, and then switch to a reactor to start your medevac production.
Maybe use the time to get a Raven out there, or get that Banshee that Dragon is now getting. So you have to make a couple of choices what you want to achieve with it. And as we can see, we have the infestation bit coming up for Dimaga, so he also gets a really aggressive creep spread. I mean, those queens are really working at him.
Yeah, they are going to work right now, and the Hellions are struggling to deny them here. He's even going to fight the Hellions, but with the Banshee here, he can't really stick around. He needs to bring a few more queens. He's going to have to use a transfuse to keep that queen alive. He has enough energy. There he goes, and now the rest of the queens coming with a few Zerglings. He should be able to defend this just fine. Remember, you know, with the way Ravens are being patched right now as well, to make a Raven with some Banshees before starting medevac production is actually going to be quite good with Seeker Missile as well.
Yep. And what we currently see for Dimaga is a 3rd base and a 4th as well. He has the most aggressive creep spread that I've seen in a while. I mean, this is rivaling Scarlet's.
Yeah, that's what I was
mapping
thinking.
creep.
Exactly, it makes me think of Scarlet as well. We see Pathogen Glands coming out here with 14 drones. He feels comfortable enough with this creep spread that he can just drone up like that and be prepared for any sort of push Dragon may put out. And Dragon, with the Caduceus reactor upgrade, is starting his first medevacs. He's made the switch onto the reactor.
Look at that production tab.
Yeah, it's insane. That's what happens when you get a 3rd command center uncontested on this map. This is a great map to do it for, because he can easily just lift that command center down to the low ground very close to his main base. It's not that risky.
Hive tag at 10 minutes and 40 seconds now for Dimaga, so he kind of really skipped the mid game completely.
Seems like it.
We have the Infestors now coming in. Of course, there have been a lot of changes to fungal growth. It's now projectile in the Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, projectile, and has that decreased range like is in Wings of Liberty right now. You can see because the armory is done, he can transform into Battle Hellion mode. Transformation Servos was removed from the game, so you don't have to research that at the tech lab anymore. You can actually just go ahead and switch once that armory is ready. And he is going to walk across the map. Those Hellbats, not Battle Hellions, are going to actually also get the healing from the medevac, which is now upgraded. So consider that as well. With Blue Flame being done, these Battle Hellions are doing so much.
They are, and they run straight into a fungal on the other hand. Here comes another projectile and pinning those units down. So Dragon has to be careful here. He's trying to put on the pressure. Another fungal actually misses the target.
Yep, some auto turrets going down here. They do a lot of damage actually uncontested. And he's going to be very careful. Blue Flame is now done for those Hellbats, and he's running in. You can just see how much the medevacs heal. Oh my god.
The medevac heal is insane here, and Dragon hitting this timing. Dimaga does not seem to be ready. He tries to defend this with pure Ling and of course the Infestors, but they're running out of energy fast. And the Ultimate Cavern just isn't ready. +2/+2, which started and Adrenal Glands, but he's definitely losing one of his bases.
Yeah.
Still on 3, but can he defend his main?
He even started a second Ultralisk Cavern. I feel like he's panicking at this point, trying to figure out how to defend this, but you're right, I just don't think it's going to be ready in time. This timing was too good from Dragon, and with Hellbats being this strong with the Caduceus Reactor upgrade, it just looks like it's tough for any Zerg to defend a push like this, no matter how greedy you got with your drones. And here we go, Infested Terrans being dropped, but they may die before they really spawn here.
Dimaga is already down to 96 supply against 160. We have additional medivacs joining the battle, and this is just too much healing power for Dimaga to handle. He's dropping down in supply even further, and now Dragon is on the move, moving his way into the natural, and I don't think that Dimaga can withstand this much pressure.
No, I don't think so. His evolution chambers are down. He's starting 6 Ultralisk, 1 Ultralisk Cavern is about to fall. There it goes down here. And the medevac's starting to get low on energy, but the positioning of these units is too good. He's going to lose Infestation Pit, and even if Dragon loses everything here, the damage he's done is easily recoverable from.
Dimaga is building 8 Ultralisks now. Nearly completed with the Adrenal Glands upgrade. Has to rebuild his Infestation Pit though. And this is going to be his last chance. He's already supply blocked, and he's losing his Hive now.
Yeah. And look at that position on the ramp. Here come the Ultralisks. They spawn, start taking damage immediately, and boom, the upgrades of Dragon just ripping through them. +2/2. Almost done for Dragon. He has 2 weapons, and look at how fast the Ultralisks fall. He can actually just pick up and do some elevator tactics. He goes into the main base now, and Dragon just looks totally poised to take game number 1. I don't think there's anything Dimaga can do at this point.
Dimaga was able to throw him back with those Ultras a little bit and buy himself some time, but he's so far behind in supply, and the second wave of Dragon is already hitting his third, and he just doesn't have anything in position to defend. He's starting to lack gas, and there's the GG as Dragon takes victory in game number 1.